In this video, you will learn how to log a contact or log an interaction using the dashboard. You will also learn how to send messages through the dashboard to your students, and you will also learn how to log attempted calls or attempted contacts. Let's get started. Now that your tables are set, you're ready to start logging contacts or interactions with your students. To log a contact or interaction, you will select or click on the student's name. Once you click on the student's name to log the contact or interaction, you will click on the Log Contact button. You will now see a screen where you have the option to select from a drop-down menu the type of contact that you made with the student. For example, you have the option to enter an email contact, a text message, a DBA, a monthly call, a welcome call, or any other type of contact. For example, if you make contact with the student in person, if you did a video chat with the student, or an academic integrity call. Once you have selected the type of contact that you made with the student, you are able to enter a subject for the contact log and then enter the information. Once you have entered both of those, you will click on Create. Once you create that contact, the information will be saved in the student's contact log. Let's try one. In this example, I'm going to activate a student using the dashboard. To activate a student in Canvas, you're going to log a contact as a welcome call in order for the activation to happen. As you can see, the weeks active for my students is showing as 0, which means they have not been activated in my course. I'm going to go ahead and activate one. I'm going to select the student and click on the box right next to their name. I'm going to click on Log Contact, and since I'm activating the student after completing a welcome call, I'm going to log the contact as a welcome call. If you do not log your welcome call contact as a phone welcome call, it will not trigger the weeks active field. So keep that in mind. I'm going to create a subject, and I'm going to go ahead and enter the information I discussed with the parent and the student during the welcome call. I'm now ready to log the contact, and I'm going to do so by clicking on Create. As you can see, the weeks active for my student is now 1, and this tells me that the student is now activated in the course. Now that I logged a welcome call for the student, you're able to see that my grace end field is now populated with the date that the grace period ends for the student. The other field that is populated with this log, it's the welcome call field, and it tells me the date and time that the welcome call was logged. On this next example, I'm going to show you how to log a monthly call. I'm going to go ahead and select my student again and click on Log Contact. And I'm going to click on Monthly Call. Remember, the field you select in the contact log, it's the field that will be populated with the information. So now that I'm ready to log my monthly call with the parent and the student, I enter my subject, I enter the information I want to log, or the information I discussed with the parent, and I'm now ready to create a monthly call. Click on Create to complete the log. And as you can see, now the monthly call field is now populated with the date that I completed the monthly call. This is how you will log any interaction or contact with the student. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to send a message to a student and log it into the student log. I am going to send welcome emails to my student, and I'm going to be logging it at the same time. To do so, I'm going to click on my student, and I'm going to click on Log Contact. I'm going to select Email General Message. Now that I have my message ready for the student, I have my welcome email ready to send to the student and to be logged into the dashboard. I want to make sure, and this is a very important step that you must follow. In order to send this message to the student's inbox, I have to click on Send to Inbox. This message will not only be logged into the student contact log, but it will be sent to the student's inbox as well. I'm going to go ahead and click Create. If you want to do a message to multiple students and you want to make sure that it gets logged into the student log, you could do the same just by choosing multiple students. If I wanted to send a welcome email to multiple students, I can select my newest students and click on Log Contact, and I will create an email general message, and I will send them a message and just make sure it's sent to inbox is checked. I will click Create, and the message will not only be sent to all of them, but it will also be logged in all of their student logs. It's a great way to save some time. The next thing I will show you is how to log an attempted contact or an attempted call. In this case, I'm going to log an attempted welcome call. I'm going to select my student and I'm going to click on Log Contact. I'm going to log an attempted welcome call, so I'll make sure I select the type of attempted call I made. In this case, it was a welcome call. In my subject, I'm going to make sure that I add attempted welcome call. So I select the type of contact that I attempted. In this case is a welcome call. I enter the subject line and I enter the information for the contact. Because this was an attempted call, I need to make sure that I log as an attempted contact at the bottom is checked. What this would do, it'll create an alert me in the dashboard that an attempted contact was made. I will now click Create. As you can see, now I have an asterisk. This is the indication that an attempted contact was made. If I hover over the asterisk, you can see the type of call that was attempted, when it was attempted. This is how you will log an attempted contact. Once again, remember that you're able to add any tables or as many tables as you need in order to make your progress monitoring more effective. Thank you, and I hope this information was helpful for you.